Boys.
That one came from like the bottom part of your balls, like just
It did.
boy.
It came from the taint.
Yeah,
I had to,
the perineum.
I had to summon it from my grundle.
Yeah,
All right.
had to wax the grundle to get that one out. Boys, welcome in Wine Boys podcast. Doing it in Studio Day Boys, Basement Edition.
Casa del Boys.
Part 116.
Something like that. That is it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a deep-rooted pain. I can feel it deep in my plums. Boys, welcome in. Did I mention we have merch? You can check us out. teespring.com/stores/the Wine Boys.
Bam.
We got t-shirts, we got
Bam.
mugs,
Bam.
we got stickers,
Bam.
we got white boys, we got black boys, we got anything
Phone
that you want.
cases.
Phone cases.
Hoodies.
Hoodies. That 3 cork out of 4 hoodie.
Get 'em.
Slapper.
Get 'em.
Tell your friends.
Please.
Tell your moms. Tell your moms, boys, moms.
I want to see your grandmamas in Wine Boys t-shirts, boys.
Listen, let me tell you, if you get your mom a Wine Boys hoodie, I'll send you another one for free.
Gang shit.
That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Buy one, get one. I'll do it.
Please do. Okay.
We're at Wine Boys Pod on Instagram and Twitter.
Yup.
WineBoysPod at gmail.com for your wine suggestions and other silliness.
Yep.
The world has not been very silly, again. So
Nope.
we're trying to keep it light and airy here, like
That's
a Twinkie.
right. That's right.
Like a Twinkie.
That's right.
So, I'm at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
My phone doesn't work right now,
Okay.
which is great
Yep.
because Apple thinks I'm ISIS.
All right. Well, more about that on the other side of the
Yeah.
podcast. Okay, boys. You can find me at Lord Gerald on the Instagrams and the Twitters. Boys, you can find me standing on the side of the highway, picking up trash, part of my community service. Just kidding, or am I? Boys. Hi, I'm Gerald,
And I'm Zach.
and we are the Wine Boys. Hey, boys. Welcome to the secret garden where temptations come alive. Boys, we're here to open your heart.
And your third eye.
Yeah, I fucked up. All right, boys. No do-overs. We're like Bill O'Reilly here. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
They're going to go Alex Jones on us.
Oh.
Like, I will fuck you in the street.
I will eat you and your children.
It's like, Jesus, that's my daughter you're talking
Whoa.
to, Alex.
Whoa, relax, bro.
I will eat your ass.
I'm sorry.
I just drank 63 Red Bulls
Yeah.
yesterday. No.
I just got done rubbing coital silver all over my testicles. And they're chafing really bad.
Knights of Columbus, this hurts. Anywho, boys, we're not that kind of show.
Nope. This is a family show,
It's
boys.
it's a family show.
It's really not. Okay.
No, put the boys to bed.
We say the fuck word too much.
We do. I also I used the word perineum earlier, which was I did not think that would come out of my mouth.
Your grundle.
My grundle,
Yeah.
my lady boys,
Your lady plums.
grundle. That's such a tough word. Like I feel like they used to say that shit during like medieval times. Like,
Yeah.
get in the grundle.
Yeah. What's funny though is like you don't hear the word grundle used very often, but no one has to explain
It
to you what
feels
it
like
is.
a crypt or like a pit of despair.
Yeah.
Like we put him in the grundle. and there's just gators in the moat.
Yeah. I'm gonna snack on your grundle later. Ugh.
Put all of the boys in the grundle.
Yeah. What does a grundle taste like? They just spit water. Spoiler alert. It's tangy.
I almost choked.
I know. Trying to drown you.
Trying to drown you in my grundle tonight.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Drown you in my tangy grundle.
I spit all over your chair. I'm sorry.
It's all right, man.
It's a nice
Mommy,
chair.
It tastes like steak sauce. Okay.
Did I tell you? Did you try the steak? It kind of tastes like Grundle. Oh, God.
Okay.
My pants are wet. The chair is wet. We haven't even started drinking yet.
Oh, my God. It's just soaked in Grundle fluid. All right, boys.
Grundle Dome.
Okay.
Welcome to the Grundle Dome.
Welcome to the Grundle Dome. You might want to write that down, Grundle Boys. That might be the name of this episode.
Oh, God. Grundle Boys.
Grundle.
Yeah. Why don't you shoot us a message, wineboyspod@gmail.com. Maybe if you guys want to make a t-shirt, send us some designs of what a Grundle looks like.
It's a sad flap of skin.
Just a big hole. just a big black hole.
Well, I always thought the Grundle was like that strip of skin between the balls and the asshole. Like it's just another word for a taint.
That's the perineum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Grundle, right?
Are you looking that up?
I'm on Urban Dictionary.
I was just like, what is... I guess we can't just be having all this Grundle shaming. We got to figure out...
I always thought that it was like another word.
Did I spell it right?
Grundle word is another word for Chad, the region between the balls and the asshole.
Okay.
Can be an erogenous zone for some.
Also referred to as the taint. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's, Grundle zone.
Yeah, your Grundle.
So basically, whenever I ask my girlfriend if she wants to go take the highway to the Grundle zone, she'll know what that means. Try that on for size. Like, put on some Kenny Loggins and just like have him hit the quick bass, boom, 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 bam, bam, and then just like walk into your bedroom and just be like, "You ready to go to the highway to the Grundle zone?"
Apparently, Grundle butter is a thing.
Oh, stop! Now I'm gonna throw up. I went from spitting up and I will throw up. Oh, I'm gonna throw. I'm thinking about it now.
Listen, man. Do yourself a favor, okay?
If you find yourself a woman that wants to give you some Grundle love,
wash it. Wash your nether regions.
When's the last time you really did a good Grundle wash?
I try to do it like once a quarter.
Okay, because I go in with a towel and just squeegee it.
Nah, I get the washcloth going.
Yeah, you know when you're cleaning your car, you have to take the towel and get in between the mirror and the frame of the car. Yeah. Just do that with your Grundle, like once a month.
Well, what I do is when I'm in the shower, which I try to do this on a daily, I take the washcloth, I get all nice and soapy, and I get down in there on my tippy toes, and I make the face too.
Are you a bar soap guy?
Yeah, but I use a washcloth.
Okay, so you're a normal person.
So I get all soppy. And I just get down in there and I just start scrubbing.
You're not a household that shares soap, right?
No, okay. We're strictly one washcloth per person. Community bar between me and the wife, but it better not touch your bare ass.
Yeah, that's good.
Or else I want a divorce. No, I'm joking. So
I'm joking. I'm not
at all. But yeah, what you do, because I know the places where my washcloth has been,
and you don't want anybody touching it.
Nah, you don't need to.
I think my girlfriend looks at I think she knows what I look like. I look like a skinny teddy bear.
Okay.
But like a teddy bear with like a lot of hair. Mm-hmm. Not teddy bear like in the cuddly quality, but like in the hair quality.
Okay.
So I just imagine. So if she is if he has one iota of a thought of saying we should share soap, I'll just go, look at me.
No.
You want to share soap with this?
No.
I was like, you know what your soap is going to look like? It's going to look like a fucking teddy bear. Do you want that?
All I'm saying is,
I wash my Grundle with that. Do you want that? Like,
if you're down in the Grundle and you're scrubbing, and you're not hearing sounds that sound a little like this, you're not doing it right, bro.
You got to try harder.
Just
That's
how it's got to sound.
It's got to sound like a hardcore porn scene. Like
it's got to sound like a Rottweiler drinking water.
That's actually a very good expression. It's got to sound like gangbang day at the office. Okay. where every hole needs to be pleasured.
Yep.
But before we keep going deeper and deeper into this Grundle, let's check out this wine
It's
tonight.
the Grundle that never ends. Okay.
Oh, I'm going to throw up tonight.
Ease on down the Grundle.
All right, we're done.
Okay.
I have to put a stop to this because I think at minute 10, people are starting to look at themselves being like, I clicked on this fucking show. This was my choice.
And these guys are talking.
I made a concerted effort to comb through all of these podcasts to find this one podcast because I wanted to learn how to drink wine better. Mm-hmm. And these guys are talking about Grundles, which I love.
Don't get me wrong.
Love a good Grundle. They've said it way too much, though.
I appreciate a good Grundle joke as much as the next guy.
I love the fact that I will be firmly associating it to this from now on.
Yes.
So when I go up to somebody, I'd be like, who's my Grundle boys? And just like, we're going to high five.
What if we started a Grundle empowerment movement?
Grundle sounds like the spin-off of Grindr. Like it's
yeah.
So like if Grindr was a hookup site for gay men, Grundle would be a searching the area for women that would eat the Grundle.
Ooh. There's a little playful nibbling on the Grundle.
A little playful nibbling, a little lawn mowering, a little maybe a little sprinkler action.
Imagine riding your woman's face. Your Grundle.
I'm thinking about how it looks because I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
And I think she would leave me.
I'm just saying, like you ride her face, right? Your Grundle's in her nose. That means that your asshole is in her mouth. And oh man, that's Arabian sand goggle formation.
That is.
Because your balls would be on her eyes.
Yeah.
Dick on her forehead. Damn.
Arabian Nights.
It's Arabian sand.
When's the last time?
Whoever said that?
I haven't. That was the kind of shit you used to say in high school. It's just like
that was like junior high. Yeah, we give her Arabian sand goggles.
That was the phase of our lives that I never thought we would rekindle, and then it only took us turning 30 in a podcast to just be like, you know what? Let's talk about this again.
Arabian sand goggles.
Yeah, I thought I'd get past the rusty trombone. Mm-hmm. But
still funny.
Did I ever tell you the story? Maybe we'll talk about this. You know what a Houdini is?
What is it?
Houdini is when you let.
It's when you punch someone as hard as you can in the stomach while they're sleeping, and then they die of an internal injury.
No, that's
how he actually.
That's how he actually died. Yeah. A Houdini is when you're doing doggy style, and you just let you basically act like you're about to,
come,
but cum.
Oh yeah.
You just let a little saliva come down and hit her in the back. Mm-hmm. And then she turns around and boom, Houdini!
Right in the face.
Yeah. I had a situation, not me personally, but a roommate of mine who lived 2 doors down from me in my fraternity house. I heard him scream it before he did it. That's what made it funny. It was one of my favorite moments because he always said he was going to do it. I'm going to Houdini her tonight. I'm like, all right, sure you are. And I would wait. I would almost be like putting my head, like my ear against the wall, being like, oh, he does it tonight. So like this night in particular,
were you masturbating?
No, I wasn't. I was playing
only a little bit.
I was playing video games.
Oh, okay.
I was playing video games by myself, and it was late. I think we just got back from a late night of drinking, and I got back and I was like, I'll just play some video games, and all I heard was Houdini, and then I heard like a shriek, like oh, like oh shit, he actually did it, and then she ran out of the bedroom.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my god, he killed her.
A lot of these things that we used to discuss doing to women sexually.
It's funny that you can just like do it to one woman now, and they'll like just live with you.
No, I was going in a different direction. A lot of those things are very cancelable offenses.
Now they are.
But like back then, it was just funny.
Yeah.
Even then, like, could you get away with an angry pirate now?
I gotta be honest, I don't remember what an angry pirate is. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do.
You bust in her eye, you kick her in the leg.
I can't believe.
And then she's hopping up and down.
Anybody would do that shit.
I can't remember. I think I was probably in like probably like 9th or 10th grade when somebody told me about the angry pirate, and I was like, man, you've never had sex before.
That's my thought. Is anybody that would think of this stuff, like the Houdini is one thing. Like that sounds like something that could happen because it's kind of funny. And you can explain your way out of that. Like, oh, I was just kidding. Like, I'm sorry about your eye.
Yeah.
Like, at least you can talk your way out of that. But, like, kicking a girl on the shin after you nut in her face, like, that's not...
Specifically her eye.
Specifically in her eye.
So it means she's going to have to shut one eye.
Yeah.
And she's going to have to hop up and down on one leg like a pirate.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, but it's like...
Who's actually doing that?
Nobody, because that person has never had sex with a woman and will not have sex with a woman ever again.
No.
It's just... I don't know.
The
The Houdini,
pirate.
though...
Yep.
Definitely something. No, I don't think that's a cancelable offense. I think that's actually funny still.
The Cleveland Steamer.
I mean, it just depends if you're into poo play. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah, and then you remember the difference between a Cleveland Steamer and a Hot Carl.
Yes, a hot Carl, which is a new menu item at Charlie Mustard's, ironically.
So for the uninitiated boy, the difference is Saran wrap.
Oh,
it allows you to feel the warmth without the sticky brown mess.
God. Can we talk about wine now?
Yeah.
I honestly need to drink this because I keep dry heaving in my mouth.
All right, so boys, we're about 16 minutes in so far, and
We've drank no wine. We've talked about.
We've drank no wine. We've talked about grundles and a lot of weird sex stuff.
Yeah.
So let's get into the titular subject of this show. Wine.
Yeah.
Okay, boys. This is Saint Michael Rincarelli.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. It's a Riesling from Kohlenstein wine. It's a 2019 vintage.
Pretty sure they love when you say it like that.
Yep, they do. Okay. This is Saint Michael. The back of the bottle reads, "This wonderfully crisp Riesling combines citrus and floral aromas. It has a juicy mid-palate, bright acidity, and a delicate fruity finish. It pairs nicely with light appetizers and spicy cuisine." And this is Rheinhessen Riesling.
Rheinheisen, yes.
Rheinhessen?
Rheinheisen.
Hellraiser?
Yeah.
Okay.
You always have to... German by nature is just an angry language.
It really is.
But
Language of force.
The language of force, but most of the time, it's like very... It's not even colorful language. You're just saying, like, thank you. You're just like, where's my gun? It's like, well, Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
What did you just say? I just said thank you. Oh.
So I'm going to bust this boy open.
Yeah, take a video. I got no phone.
Oh. All right. Why don't you do the first pour? Then?
I will.
I'm going to record this shit.
We're gonna pass this buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Winkenkeile.
Let me
I do
pull
want to
up.
learn German. It's
You
a
watch
language.
German porn.
Once. Are you talking about like the Wheel of Death?
No, not that extreme. I'm talking about just like a regular
Like German techno's blaring in the background, like bo no
no. Just like a regular woman.
Oh yeah,
just
no,
happens to be speaking German.
I have.
It's actually kind of hot.
It is.
Because she's speaking and it's like if the sound is really, really low, you're thinking she's speaking English, and you turn it up and then she's like, ja, nein, was wagen. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And her mouth sounds very spitty when she talks. Like like you just hear that a lot.
God, man, like every noise.
Yeah.
And just
okay.
Like her tongue is getting forcibly pushed to the top of like the roof of her mouth.
Yeah. Give me that first pour, slut.
Okay.
We doing this.
Yeah, we're in this bitch.
All right. So first pour, boys. Yeah. Get them Spike Lee angles in there.
Yeah. You want some too?
Yeah. Give me some. Give me some of that. Yeah. Come on. Don't spill it. Don't spill it. Costs so much money to keep this operation going. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, bright floral. All right. Playback.
Hold on. Oh, this is being posted on mine, not the Wine Boys. It's all right.
It's all right. Okay. All right. You can turn that down. You don't have to keep
I know.
rehearing it over and over again. All right. This is a professional podcast.
Yeah, it really is. So
yeah, professionalism.
Yeah, you're gonna hear this feedback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, boys. All right.
All right. So, this is Saint Michael Riesling from Rheinheisen, Germany. It is a 100% Riesling. Average price between $7.99 and $10.99. I paid $9.99.
Cheers. $10.
I get like a honey.
It tastes like a $10 Riesling.
Yeah.
So
like a honey crisp apple.
You ever have?
I like the bitiness of a Riesling. I've always dug it.
You ever have? You know how you have like Welch's like white grape juice, and then it has like apple juice concentrate in it. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, because it's that stringent acid quality.
Yeah.
So what you're tasting is it's right in the middle between light and bold, dry and very acidic. But Rieslings are acidic. That's just by nature. So you get like that tannic dryness on the back of your jaw. Kind of feels like unhinged. Overall, though, this is not a bad wine, though. Opens up very nicely, very clean and clear.
Yep.
It's got that, simple white textured quality. Clean. Super easy to drink, too. If you're introducing Rieslings to people, I think this is a good one because it's very fruit forward.
Yes.
So you get, if you're trying Riesling, I think this is definitely step one Riesling, like grade grade 1.
If you enjoy sweeter wine, I would go with something like this.
It's not like Moscato sweet.
No.
But the thing you have to explain to folks about Rieslings in particular is they're very acidic, so they're super strong on the back end of your palate. It kind of takes people by surprise. It can turn people off to wine sometimes because people are just like, I don't know if I like this. It's like, give it a chance.
Yeah.
Notes of melon, pear, citrus fruits, and honey. That's, like I said, honey, kind of a honey crisp apple.
I don't know if I would pair this though with spicy food.
I think the acid is supposed to help cut the spiciness. That's really what it is.
This is more of a dessert wine, to be honest with you.
No, I think it's a good starter because you kind of want to get something. You want to open up those, the taste buds. You want to kind of brighten.
Maybe something with like a cheese.
Goat cheese.
Yeah, like a nice
something kind of like sharp.
You could do this with a charcuterie board. Yeah,
a sharp cheese though. So do you do actually a Fontina would be really good.
Fontina?
Fontina. Munster would be good.
Yep.
I would probably even do, like I said, like a goat or actually a blue cheese would probably slap with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's got like that musty quality. What's your take on musty cheese? Like, do you like the stinkier the better?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Stink it up.
If the cheese, like I'll eat Limburger, like just because it's thanky, but cheese is good itself. Like we every time we go to a big city, like I have to go to a cheese shop there because they always get the smelliest shit.
Oh my god! And if it smells like a Grundle, eat all you mundle. Wait, what? No, that doesn't. Let me work on that one.
Grundle Mundle.
Pundle, fundle.
Yeah.
Dundle.
We're going to Grundletown. Grundletown sounds like a township in Maryland. Like
Grundletown?
Where do you live? Oh, we're just outside of Grundletown in Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah. Right probably about 20 minutes outside of Baltimore.
Yeah.
A little town called Grundletown. You ever been there?
Grundletown, it's either Maryland or Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Grundletown. No, that's Pennsylvania. That's
Grundletown?
Amish. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just like they don't have electricity in Grundletown, do they?
Small town, probably about an hour away from Pittsburgh.
Do you? I don't think I want to call it Grundletown. I think I want to call it Grundleton.
Grundleton? Grundleton, PA? Yeah. This is a T-shirt. Write that down.
Welcome to Grundleton, PA.
What are they known for?
like big waterfalls.
Grundleton, PA is known for like Grundleton Cheese Co. Like that's what they created was like Grundleton Cheese Co. They're like the oldest American cheese company.
Okay.
That's just what they're known for, man. Like,
Grundleton Cheese Co.
Yeah, Grundleton Cheese Co. Like,
I wonder if there's actually a Grundleton. Before we can stake claim to this,
probably is. It's Grundleton Cheese Co.
Could you imagine? And we're just like, let's see.
Here at Grundleton Cheese Co.
No, there's a Grundleton and there's a Grunton.
No, there's Grundleton, Pennsylvania.
But there is a Grundleton, Pennsylvania now.
There's a Grundleton, Pennsylvania now, home of Grundleton Cheese Co. Grundleton Cheese.
We make the finest cheeses since 1972. Oh,
we're the oldest locally owned cheese manufacturer in Grundleton, Pennsylvania, founded in 1972. When the Grundleton brothers,
Patrick and Steve Grundleton.
Patrick and Steve.
I love Patrick Grundleton. It just has a very nice ring to it.
Patrick and Steve Grundleton.
Steven. It's got to be Patrick and Steven Grundleton.
Steven Grundleton.
Sounds like the ghost of Christmas past.
God, Steven Grundleton's an asshole.
Of course he is.
We all know that.
He's the Ebenezer Scrooge of this story.
Steven Grundleton.
Steven Grundleton.
Back in high school, he crashed his Corvair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Doesn't call it a Corvette. It's a Corvette.
No, it's a different car. It was like the pussy version of the Corvette.
Oh yeah, I thought you were just making fun of it. Okay.
No, it's the pussy version of the Corvette.
It even sounds like it. It sounds like it farts like Corvette.
Hold on, Corvair. I gotta look up this car though.
I haven't seen one of those. God, I think I watched an episode of Fast and Loud, and they were souping up one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bitch-made car. Look at that thing. It was in the 60s. Bitch-made.
It's got a classic look to it, though.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
It's not, nah.
It's not as cool as, it's not as cool as a Vet.
It ain't a big boy. Nobody, nah.
You got a Corvette club in your neighborhood. I didn't even realize that. Like, a couple of weeks ago, I was driving around your parts, and there was like 16 Corvettes just chilling out. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's the midlife crisis car of choice. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And
the Corvette.
they're all older dudes. Like
yeah.
I think I don't even want. I kind of want my uncle was obsessed with like mid '90s Corvettes. Not like early '90s. He had a '94 Corvette.
Okay.
Chameleon purple.
Ooh.
It was.
He
hot.
was doing it.
Yeah, it was a really good looking car.
You have a mullet too?
Yeah, of course. This is 1998, so this is a 4-year-old car. He bought it like 4 years old.
Okay.
But he was obsessed with it because it was the first paint kit that had the chameleon like look.
Yeah,
so you look at it in the light, it's purple. I'm sorry, in the dark it's purple, and you open it up, and it's just this fluorescent blue and green and everything.
Okay. So, what would be your midlife crisis car of choice?
Probably a Pontiac GTO.
You think so?
Yeah.
What year?
68.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a slapper.
Okay, that's hard.
I want to feel it in my balls when I turn it on.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, Jesus.
I'm trying to think what would my midlife crisis car be of choice.
Yeah.
Like
or a Barracuda.
The Cuda?
Yeah, I think I want a Barracuda.
All right. Is my dad got a midlife crisis car.
What did he get?
He got a Grand Prix. It was a 66 Grand Prix.
The OG Grand Prix. Is
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah. But anyway.
Does he have it right now?
Yeah, he's got it. It's at my parents' house.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Did he have it when I would hang out at your folks' house?
No. He got it probably about 4 years ago, I want to say.
I have to see it.
Yeah, it's nice though.
I'm sure it is.
He named her Blue Magic.
Of course he did.
She's won trophies. But yeah, it's his old man car now. I don't know, man. What would my cool like old man car of choice is? I wouldn't be out here like getting a new Corvette. Although the mid-engine ones are pretty cool.
They are.
I think I would have to get like a Buick Grand National.
Ooh, classy.
Yeah,
Very
or
classy.
If I want to relive my golden years, I would find another Monte Carlo, like same year as the one I had, but I get the SS.
So like a 2004.
03. Well, you got to think about it. This is like 30 years from now.
Okay.
I'm pulling up in like.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that because I say 68, but that car's gonna be like 100 years old.
Yeah.
So then I think about it from like so what I think is an old car would be like a 2000 in 2030.
Yeah. You're thinking this is going to be longer than that. I mean, you're thinking when we're in our
maybe it would just
like
go like
50s. So this will be like 2040s.
2040. So if I get a car that's like a 2000, so like even kind of this.
Yeah.
Like 2010s.
We're going to be like old established men. And we're gonna be like, let's like join a car club. Like, what would you get? And I'm thinking I would have to get something that was popular.
Yeah, Monte Carlo is actually a good choice. I think I'd go with like kind of a newer like a Dodge Challenger, maybe.
The Challenger?
Yeah.
Okay. Or I might really go out of left field and I'm be like, dude, I'm gonna get BMW like E36.
That's actually not a terrible choice.
Yeah. Those are fucking hard.
And I'm not a huge BMW fan.
No, but those specifically, yeah. Maybe even a Fox body Mustang.
Oh,
early 90s.
I would say those early 90s ones. Mm-hmm. Shit, man, I would even get like an early 2000s GT.
Ooh.
Yeah. Look at us.
Look at these
guys.
Boys.
Look at these boys talking about cars. Boxcar boys.
Yeah.
Just want to feel it in when you turn that engine on. You want to give yourself an orgasm.
No. Remember the Chevy SS?
Oh yeah.
Like the 2010, I want to say?
With the racing stripes?
Not the racing stripes. No. It looked like a fucking Malibu.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like a Chevy Malibu, but it was a rear-wheel drive V8.
Yes,
and it was the last one that General Motors showed.
Great for the snow.
Sold it. Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, my God.
You don't buy that car for the snow.
No, but it's great in the snow.
But I want to say, was it 2011?
Just the OG SS?
Chevy SS.
I'd be curious what that looks like.
Here it is right here.
If it's the same, if it's the body kit that I think it is, it does kind of look like a Malibu, like
this right here.
Yep,
yeah.
Okay. Kind of an unassuming looking car.
Very. It's a sleeper though.
Yeah, but I was gonna say I think I saw one the other day. I went to Starbucks and it was just like sitting in the parking lot. I go, get the fuck out of here! Is that an SS, like stock SS?
Yeah, and you just see it and you're like, holy shit! Because they're fast as fuck. They just got
very unassuming body.
Yeah. It's just
That's how I feel about myself.
Yes,
they're just like unassuming body, but when you look under the hood, big cock.
Yeah, well, the last year they made it was 2017.
Yeah,
that was the last year. Now
2017, huh?
2017 was the last year they made it.
Huh? Really?
And the problem is they didn't put much time into marketing it.
Well, it didn't. It doesn't look like a very marketable car. Like it's very unassuming.
I mean, listen, Chargers do well.
I know, and they're not really the most assuming looking vehicle either.
No, but they put fucking beefy V8s in them.
They do. I was just saying, that's the thing. Dodge in particular, like their cars have looked the same for like 30 plus years.
Yes,
but it's what they put underneath the hood. It's just
all I'm saying is people buy
fast and loud.
Dude, people buy Hellcats.
Yeah. I would say I just feel like American. I think I'd go American Muscle for this day and age.
Okay,
American Muscle in 2010 is not what American Muscle was in 1965.
No,
that shit was just different.
Yeah, so I'd say my old man midlife crisis car choice. I think Chevy SS.
That's a good call.
It's got a 6.2 liter V8, 415 horses.
I can't believe that. That unassuming car.
It's the most. It's a bland ass looking full size sedan, but she beefy.
She's beefy on the inside.
She beefy, yeah. And you start her up, and you hear it too. It's a fucking V8.
Yeah, it's unassuming. So when people hear that, they're like, "What? Out of that thing?" Like,
yeah. This shit rips, bro. Yeah,
it's a real ripper.
Yeah, a real ripper Magoo.
All right. Obviously, a lot of shit going on in the world. Wouldn't be America if we didn't have another black man get shot for no reason.
By the police. At least he didn't die this time.
Yeah, well, he didn't die this time. Might not walk again.
Yeah. But, you know.
So, I keep forgetting how to say this town's name. It's Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. Unassuming Wisconsin. Again.
Yep.
Midwest, having a bad 2020. Mm-hmm. You know, Minnesota. Mm-hmm. First thing that popped into my head. Didn't think there was that many black people in Minnesota. Again, Wisconsin. First thing you think of? Cheese. Not Grundleton Cheese Company, but cheese.
Wrong part of the country. Grundleton's in PA.
Yeah. It's weird because, like, Kenosha, that's how you say it. Kenosha, Wisconsin, which I don't know. What's the closest neighboring city? Like, big Wisconsin? City to Kenosha?
Green Bay.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is Green Bay's not even that big. They just have a football team and a horrible, devious, disgusting human being named Aaron Rodgers. That guy's if you want to talk about the living, breathing embodiment of a piece of shit, it's that man. his mustache. Danica Patrick doesn't even love him. Sorry, I just had to get that out.
Shots fired.
It's not that I don't. I think he is a great athlete, but he's just not a good person.
Okay.
He gets a lot of people ran out of town. He doesn't take responsibility for his actions. Where are the bodies, Aaron?
Where are the bodies? The families need closure, Aaron.
The families need closure, Aaron. I know they're hiding somewhere in your giant Malibu. He's got a Malibu bachelor pad with a woman living in it. Like, what kind of psychopath does that? He's got a Malibu pussy wagon hanging out on Malibu Beach, and he's got Danica Patrick living inside it in quarantine. Dated Olivia Munn, too.
He did.
Yeah.
Something about Aaron.
I don't know. He's such a dick, though. I don't know how anybody likes him.
Yeah, women like dicks.
Olivia Munn did talk about a previous relationship on a podcast like 2 weeks ago, and I think she was talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Really? What'd she say about it?
Small dick.
Really?
Yep.
Small?
Small dick didn't really please her.
More Grundle than...
Apparently, he just didn't want to go down on her. Sounds like an Aaron Rodgers thing, right?
Yeah, it sounds pretty... He's a selfish lover.
I think he is a selfish lover.
Yeah.
The closest city to Kenosha is Milwaukee, or as they would call the natives would call it, Milwaukee. So Kenosha is literally on the. I believe it's right on Lake Michigan. I was trying to
Milwaukee, Ohio,
Wisconsin.
Oh, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, not Grundleton, PA.
Not Grundleton, PA. So Kenosha is almost on the border of Wisconsin and Illinois, right on Lake Michigan.
Okay,
like you can jump in the water. That's how close you are.
Okay.
Right by Milwaukee. It's also not too far from Chicago either. So it's right between Milwaukee and Chicago.
Okay. How far away is it? Like if you drove
from here, or from Milwaukee?
From Milwaukee.
From Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
I'd say.
How do you spell it? Kenosha.
Milwaukee.
Wisconsin.
God, I suck at spelling. So from Milwaukee, it is 45 minutes.
To Chicago, Illinois, hour 10.
So it's an hour, hour and 10 from Chicago, 45 minutes from Milwaukee.
Yep, hour 10, just dead north.
By the way, Green Bay is like 3 hours north.
Yeah, so it's by Green Bay.
Green Bay is essentially Canada. Like, it's so far away.
Jesus, Green Bay is...
It's not as far north as it would seem, but it's like, in comparison to where you were thinking, it's like, Green Bay is like essentially Canada.
Here's what's funny, though. I'm like looking at a map right now. Okay, Toronto is further south than Green Bay.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Isn't it weird?
It's weird how the world works.
Yeah.
Land and water.
Weird.
What are we doing here? We're just blips on the radar. We're not even on the radar.
Yeah.
The aliens are going to get us whenever they get here.
Who knows how this works?
Anywho, so what had happened? So now I can't. I mean, I don't want to dive too far into this because we're not that kind of show. But
we can be.
We can be. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is that it's happened again, and again it's just odd timing.
Yeah.
Because now we have the Republican National Convention going on.
Of course.
And color me shocked, they're not going to say anything.
Of course not.
But last night, I flipped it on for a minute because, again, I wanted to do a compare and contrast from the DNC and the RNC. So I watched the Democratic National Convention, and it was essentially just what I would describe as a pity party for Joe Biden. They're just like, we had to. Like, that was...
Okay.
That's literally how it felt. Like, well, we looked around, and we had to. We're going with Joe. And we're standing behind, his causes, and we think he'll be less racist accidentally, and shit like that. I
mean,
Joe.
Yeah, he's been known to put his foot in his mouth.
Yeah,
but we're gonna rein that in.
We're gonna rein that in.
He doesn't have a Twitter.
He's got a black vice president. We're good. Like that was the whole thing.
It's a black woman.
So
no one holds you down like a black woman.
Smoke bomb. You'll never see it coming.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, we had no idea that was coming.
Yeah. Well, as soon as he said that shit on the Breakfast Club, I was like, "There's gonna be a black woman vice president." Yeah, I got no choice now, Joe.
Who had to tell Joe in the meeting, like, listen, bro, it's gonna have to be a black woman?
And he's just like, I bet his first response to that was, well, I mean, Brock was cool.
You got a sister?
Is it Michelle? It's like, no, you know Michelle too well. We need to find somebody it's got some grit. It's got some, fruit on those looms. Like,
listen,
okay,
we talked to Brock. We talked to Michelle.
And
they don't want the job. The 8 years was enough for them.
Michelle's starting a podcast.
Yeah, Michelle's just starting a podcast.
She's going to write another book, mostly about you.
Yep. Brock is... Let's be honest here. Brock's living life.
Yeah, he's doing fine. I just want to see Barack Obama speak.
And they don't seem like they're really eager to jump back into running for office.
He did it for 8 years.
Yeah, especially as president.
Mostly the unassuming aspect of his 8 years. I mean, there was some universal change. Mm-hmm. Some good, some bad. Mm-hmm. I would never say that Obama was a great president. I think he was serviceable.
He was a good president.
I think serviceable.
Yeah.
He fucked some stuff up. He didn't make any rash decisions.
He was your typical modern era president.
Yeah. Just white bread mayo president.
Pretty much.
Just mayonnaise white bread, which is fine. I would prefer mayonnaise white bread. Now we got some hot sauce when it came to George W. Bush. He was I think he was a little coked up, which is okay. He almost died eating pretzels. Remember that?
Yeah, he choked.
I got to tell you, man, if
he also got drunk at the Olympics,
which is fine. You're the president. Could you imagine if that actually happened? Like he choked and died on fucking on a handful of like Roll Gold pretzels.
Yeah, Dick Cheney becomes president.
Oh my god! After he just gunned down a man on a hunt outing. Have you watched the movie? Have you watched that movie Vice?
No, I haven't watched it.
I gotta watch it because I just gotta see Christian Bale as Dick Cheney.
Oh my god!
I heard it's really good.
But. I heard it was too. But yeah, like it. You know what's funny though is, in comparison, Donald Trump makes George W. Bush look affable.
I know, isn't that?
Which is fucking weird.
I know.
Because
it is weird.
If you remember, like when George W. Bush was president, people fucking hated him.
Well, they thought he was an idiot.
Yeah, everybody thought he was an idiot. But now he's, just kind of the doofy, like, it's just George. He likes to paint. He's a Texan, but not really.
He did make good decisions post 9/11. Like
yeah.
I mean,
but a lot of war crimes in there too.
Yeah,
so
who hasn't though?
Yeah.
Reagan's got a rap sheet.
Yeah.
Nixon, don't even get me started.
Yeah, I mean Reagan, just brought out crack in the country.
No, he sprinkled it on everybody. Mm-hmm. He was trying to get rid of the drugs, so in lieu of that, he decided to sprinkle all the drugs on people.
Yeah, he was trying to fund a civil war in Nicaragua.
Well, I mean, you got to get money from somewhere, am I right?
You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple dozen. 100 thousands.
Yeah. You can't, what's the old saying? You can't make an omelet without putting a couple million black guys in jail. For really...
Let's stay on topic.
Really long time.
Let's stay on topic. Most of those folks are getting out of jail.
Trickle down economics. Not for a long time.
Not for a long time. They're starting to get out. But now
20 years in prison.
For like a gram of marijuana.
For a quarter ounce of cocaine.
Which is nothing.
Not a lot of
comparison to what Pablo Escobar was bringing into the country.
Yeah, Jesus. They're bringing it by the fucking plane.
He was just hiding it in carcasses of cows.
Yeah, at that point, shit.
In cigar boxes.
Oh my god!
Did you see that shit? The dissolvable cigar boxes that were just cigar boxes, but they literally just turned to cocaine.
No,
you never seen that shit?
No.
It's like they look like almost like humidors. And then when put into high heat, would melt down into pure cocaine.
So it looks just like it's a fully functioning. Mm-hmm. Open up the box, the light turns on.
Yep, and it just fucking fire it up, and it's just pure 100% Colombian coffee.
Colombian bam. Wow. No, I've never heard about these before, but fantastic. I'm not surprised.
terrific.
Well, even then, like, rumor has it, he still has billions of dollars just buried out in the wilderness of Colombia.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
the man made more money than
Just
he'd be able to spend in, like,
to the
50
streets of
lifetimes.
Medellin, there's billions.
Yeah, just money. Just they made so much money they had to start burying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch Narcos? You had to have watched.
I did not watch Narcos.
Watch it.
But I watched a lot of
Just watch.
Escobar documentaries.
Watch Narcos.
It was weird. I was watching this video on the internet, and this guy was interviewing women, basically saying, hey, would you rather be with a man that makes $200,000 a year, but he has a completely, like, legal job, corporate job, or would you rather be with a man that makes $2 million a year, but he sells cocaine?
I'm pretty sure they said $2 million in cocaine.
A lot of the women said $2 million in cocaine
Because they don't care about where it comes from.
And the reason why they said that was because they want a guy who's living a fast lifestyle, who's getting that fast money. Because basically it all boiled down to the selling cocaine was more exciting. But I'm just thinking realistically, though, right? Let's say, like, I got a choice. Okay? I'd much rather be with the safe guy who just has a regular ass job. First of all, $200,000 a year is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing pretty well if you make that much a year. And then a lot of the women were also saying shit like, like, because if I want something now, I need to be able to go get it. I can't just wait for a check. I'm like, bitch, this guy makes $200,000 a year.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen those checks, but they're okay.
You're not waiting for a check. Like, all of your basic needs are taken care of, and he can go above that. Like, you're good at that amount of money. But the $2 million a year, though, that guy, first of all, he doesn't sleep.
No. He's high on cocaine.
Nah, you can't use because you got to keep your mind clear.
Most of those guys use a little.
Every now and then, but still, like, you don't sleep because you're always afraid, like, okay, either someone's going to kill me or the feds are coming in and they're going to do their raids, So
you got to be always be prepared.
Yeah. Also, emotionally, he can't give you anything other than, like, contempt and anger. Yeah. He can't let you get too close, bitch. You might try to off him.
Exactly. He'll angry fuck you like once a week. Yeah. And like that's all you get.
He's going to give you the anger bang. And other than that, it's pretty much like, stay out of my way or I might hurt my hand on you, bitch.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. He'd be like, don't make me hurt my dishwasher. She has a hard time.
Break my laundry machine.
That's the thing, is that most of the time the women in those movies are always like, they end up getting into the sauce themselves, so they start like doing blow. Yeah, like look at Scarface. I mean, his wife, or the second wife, in Miami, just starts fucking doing all the blow.
Oh, she's flying through the blow,
and he's just like
skiing.
How the fucking understand me, huh? Like
just teeth. Yeah. Honestly, though.
Yeah, it's just I see why women underestimate the lifestyle of a $200,000 a year man, because it seems safe, but legal, but also too to get to that point, like that guy's got to be working some type of upper management position, whether it just be
major corporation,
a major corp, doing something good.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah, works for Unilever or something like that.
Yeah, life is good.
Johnson
&
Johnson.
Yeah, he works at Johnson & Johnson. He's the executive director of the, I don't know, Hefty Bags or some shit like that. Yeah.
Could you imagine getting that business card? What are you? I'm the ED of Hefty Bags.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool, man. That's awesome. ED of Hefty Bags.
ED of Hefty Bags. You know the ad campaign, Hefty, Hefty, Hefty. Yeah, that was me.
Wow, man. Mm-hmm. That's cool. So you don't sell cocaine, huh?
Nope. Haven't touched the stuff since college.
Wow.
Yep.
How's the wife?
She's good. She should be actually leaving her tennis lesson about now.
Oh, tennis, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who does she see?
Agassi.
Andre?
Yeah. We go way back.
How do you... Really?
Mm-hmm.
My wife's been seeing Pete Sampras.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Tell him I said hey.
Yeah, he's bald now.
Yeah. I tried to get him on the hymns a while ago.
Really?
Yeah, use promo code BOYZ. No,
Try to get him on the hymns.
Yeah. But just imagine this though. Let's say like realistically, you make selling cocaine, you make a couple million a year. Okay. What's your woman's situation like? Like, are you with your girl or not at all?
No way. No, because the lifestyle would permit bouncing around to multiple places, not being able to handle one woman. Mm-hmm. You know, and not to mention you're definitely upper echelon as far as you're in. I'm trying to think of the right word. What the right word is? You're in demand. You know, women want you. They know who you are. Yeah. Women want you.
Honestly,
so, are you going to start slapping them away? Probably not.
No. I think in that situation, me personally, it's honestly I'd probably pay for it. To be totally honest with you,
like hookers.
Yeah, like high-end escorts.
Well, which makes sense because it's a way to kind of.
Like when you're at that level, like selling drugs, everything you do is a chess move.
True, and you also don't have to explain anything to this person. It's a literally one-off. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, like I'm gonna give you this much money. Come hang out for a weekend and go the fuck away. Like, it's literally like I feel like when you're at that level, maybe you develop maybe you like connect with like a madam or something. Mm-hmm. You're finding high-end escorts, the ones that like fuck governors and like senators and
shit. I was gonna say well, that's the thing too, is somehow that gets weaved into your plot.
Yeah.
So like you find this woman and you fuck her too, but she also knows the senator of a state that you're trying to push your product in.
Yeah, like you're fucking the girl that was like fucking Elliot Spitzer.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, and that's. But
I'm trying to get my product into New York.
Yeah. So, but I feel like that is who you're. Like, I'm not picking up random girls from like clubs and shit like that. I'm gonna give you a better life, baby. I'm not tricking off on these. Well, and some people would look at what I'm saying as tricking in a way, but to be honest, I feel like at that level, with as much as you have to lose, and you constantly have to like watch over your back and worry. You have to plan everything out multiple steps ahead, and you constantly have to worry about everything your enemy's trying to get you.
Correct.
I feel like with women, you're not paying for pussy. You're paying for it to go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. Like, okay, like this, like...
First off, how did we get to this conversation?
I have no idea. We just started talking.
I know.
That's what this podcast does, though.
Yeah, it's just boy talk, but...
Yeah.
I think of it as like when you go to a barbershop, but like that haircut lasts like an hour.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you start talking about like crop circles and shit.
And you're just like, really?
Wow, okay.
Yeah. You start talking about like the... Watergate wasn't real,
Yeah. So, yeah. But I think that's at that level, though. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. So, we were talking about Jacob Blake.
Wow, we were.
And then then the drugs came into the...
Somehow we started talking about narcos.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but...
multi-million-dollar drug operations.
Weird time we're living in.
Yeah.
So, Jacob Blake was the black man that was shot in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Basically, there's so many different ways you can take it. So the video that I watched, which wasn't the full video, which it seems like they scrubbed the internet of the actual raw footage. Yep. But from what it seemed like, there was a situation where Blake was shot in the back after police responded to a domestic violence call.
Okay.
Basically, it was at Blake's family's home, and there's not a lot of info out that the shooting began because officers believed that Blake was approaching them with a sharp object.
Okay.
They believed it was a knife that he was no longer concealing, but was showing.
Okay.
The problem is, and I can't even say it's not really a problem, is when the phrase "had his back turned" is used before the shooting. That's where it becomes that's the problem.
Yeah,
that is the problem.
And we saw a little bit of the video.
and he definitely had.
He was definitely walking away from the police when he got shot.
And I'm curious because listen, there's two sides to this story.
Okay.
Always. Okay. So there's the defensible side.
Okay.
Okay, and there's the side that has some type of cause.
Okay.
To push.
No, just please don't sound like the people that you see on Facebook talking about George Floyd was a drug addict. Those people.
No.
Yeah, don't.
I don't give a fuck what this guy did. You know what? He could be for all I know nothing about him. Mm-hmm. Okay? He could be a terrible person. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
Okay, he could be. He could also be a family man. Mm-hmm. Okay? And maybe he likes to do a little, maybe he likes to drink a little bit. Mm-hmm. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. And you know what?
We're doing a little.
You're doing a little right now. If he had a sharp object, shit, I sometimes carry a pocket knife.
I carry one almost every day.
Who knows? Okay? I'm not saying that's what it is. I don't know exactly how big the knife was. Mm-hmm. Shit could have been one of those Crocodile Dundee knives. I don't know.
Could have been his keys.
We don't know. The story needs to blossom to a ugly rose. Mm-hmm. The problem I have is the back turn, and that's always where the buck is going to stop with me.
Yeah.
If a man, I can't get stabbed. I mean, I guess you can unknowingly just start flinging a knife at somebody from behind you without looking.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah. But how effective is that? Not very.
Not at all.
And guess what? If I start doing that, sure as shit, no, I'm going to get shot.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like somebody in that circumstance is going to do that. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't seem, it's not plausible. So I read the story, and again, I try to be bipartisan when it comes to this stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay. As far as where I fall on the political spectrum, totally different.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a narrative situation. It's not a narrative situation.
No.
The guy had his back turned. He got shot.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, I come from the suburbs, but from what you see is if you shoot another man in the back, you're a coward. Mm-hmm. And you also should be held accountable for what you did.
Yeah.
Because you're shooting a defenseless person at that point in time.
Yeah, absolutely.
If somebody's not looking at you, that person is defenseless.
Absolutely.
They have no idea what's going on behind them.
None.
Nothing. Nada. Like nothing. Yeah. So when another thing like this happens, no, it's not George Floyd. No, it's not a police officer blatantly killing a man.
No, it's not Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, it's not. This is a situation where police responded to a situation.
Yep.
And in my eyes, overreacted.
Yep.
Again. Mm-hmm. And because of, and now again, being a police officer currently in America is one of the toughest jobs you can have.
It's up there.
Yeah, I say there. You can toe the line. I think from the perspective of you should know what you're in for, though. Yes. As a police officer, you should know what you're going to expect.
Yeah, well, it's a job. Like, you signed up for it.
Yeah.
So.
I know. I forgot you sent that.
Yeah. It's. So, I think it's strange, though, that. I think it's strange how you see so many people just come out and just support the police. Whenever something like this happens, they just straight up, I back the blue.
But that's such a shit narrative because it's just saying it for the sake of, I haven't looked at anything else in the story. Mm-hmm. So I have friends that are cops. Mm-hmm. I also know a lot of people that are married to cops.
Yeah.
And again, these are different circumstances.
Yeah.
I look at it from the scope of the situation. Mm-hmm. Okay. What do I see? I see a black man with his back turned getting shot.
Unarmed.
Or he may have had a knife. I don't know.
They didn't find one. They're not saying they found one.
I don't know. Okay, I have to leave that part out. However, where I stop is when they say back was turned, then was shot.
Right.
I've made my mind up there.
Yeah.
You can tell me another, he did this. Dude, he wasn't looking.
He was walking away.
He wasn't looking and got shot. That's it.
Right.
That's where the story ends.
Right. And that's the thing, is that there has to be some sort of protocol for using force, especially deadly force.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When a firearm is discharged for any reason, it better be for the. You need to have I have no other option.
Right.
There has to be no other option.
Right. This is almost like that one video that we saw. I think you sent it to me, and it was black guy leaving a check cashing place or whatever, or Western Union.
He was leaving a Western Union. And he was just walking down the street.
Yes, and then police stopped him.
North Carolina,
because,
right?
I think so. Yeah. Police stopped him because he fit the description of. I guess there was a robbery at another store down the street. This guy was not the guy at all. Mm-hmm. Police just stopped him because he fit the description. One guy's totally cooperating. He's talking to the officer, gives him his ID and everything. They're talking. One cop walks over, picks the guys up, fucking body slams him. Mm-hmm. Other cops run over, and then the one cop is like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
Yeah, and then he finally, he talks to the guy and says, they got the other guy in custody.
Yeah, they got him. And then they radio and they come to find out, they got the other guy in custody.
And he's just like, huh?
We can call you an ambulance.
Yeah.
And clearly they broke the guy's arm.
Yeah, they think they broke his collarbone.
His collarbone, his arm, whatever the fuck they did. They fucking body slammed the man. And then they said, we can call you an ambulance. Are you sure? And he's like, nope, I'm okay. Don't touch me. Don't touch. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, you could see the fear in this man's eyes. Yep. He was worried, if I go with them anywhere, they're going to fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Which is why, and you could see that, in his body language, I just want my ID back, and I just want to leave. Mm-hmm. That's it. And
it seems there's a ton of those videos out there. And,
there's so many of them.
And again, I always try to skew on the side of caution because mm-hmm. there's a ton of media outlets that are truly just giving you the worst, 30 seconds of that video you can find. Mm-hmm. And I troll the internet to find the full version. I was like,
mm-hmm.
give me the full 15 minutes.
Right,
I need
to see the whole thing.
Let me make an educated decision based off of what I've seen.
Right.
Let me make my own. Let me have my own thoughts.
Right.
Based on what I've seen.
Right.
Because you can get told by everybody, this is what happened. That is, that is this. This is that. It's like,
but let me watch.
Give me the opportunity to choose.
Yes,
I'm pro-choice.
Yeah, but when I see shit like that, I'm like, okay, there's clearly. I'll have a little more.
Yeah, a little too sweet.
It's a little too sweet, but I'll drink it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But when you see videos like this, though, one of them is too many. Especially when you're dealing with public servants here. Mm-hmm. You can't. In order to be a police officer, you should be exceptional.
You should be you're supposed to be the best.
You're supposed to be the best
of your class, of mm-hmm. your group.
So
the best of the best with honor.
And I think a major issue with police departments is oftentimes cops aren't really held responsible for their actions. Mm-hmm. It's extremely difficult to get a cop fired. Police unions are way too powerful. And I think for that reason, you have cops out there that are genuinely shitty people, and they're allowed to keep their jobs. So Derek Chauvin, for example, the one that killed Derek Floyd. Did you know that he has felony tax evasion?
George Floyd.
What did I say?
You said Derek Floyd.
Derek Floyd. Wow. Derek Chauvin, the cop that killed George Floyd, been drinking wine. Did you know that he has felony tax evasion charges?
I finally read that the other day.
Felony tax evasion charges. And he's supposed to be protecting and serving. He's supposed to be Milwaukee's finest. And he's been lying on his taxes for years.
Minneapolis' finest.
Wow. I'm all fucked up. Minneapolis' finest.
All these Midwestern cities are the same.
And they really are. Anyway, yeah, he's supposed to be Minneapolis' finest. And he's been lying on his taxes for years. I mean, how much money does he owe the federal government?
I don't know the exact number, but
it was a lot, yeah. And you allow that guy to be a police officer?
I don't really believe there's such thing as truthful law and order. Like there's always it's whether it's in the movies, whether it's just a fucking 2020, story about dirty cops. I mean, they're just everywhere.
They do exist.
It's because of the way the system is built, though.
Yeah,
it kind of you give them. There's a lot of pardon the pun. There's a lot of get out of jail free.
Yeah,
when it comes to the police.
Yeah,
and that's not saying again. I feel like we kind of get pigeonholed because we unfortunately have to talk a lot of bad shit about what the cops are doing. Fortunately, they're kind of doing it to themselves.
Yeah.
So it makes the story pretty easy to talk about.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it could be so much easier if these things didn't happen. Mm-hmm. But they happen all of the time.
They happen very often.
Yeah. I can't go 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. There'll be another one in a couple weeks.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That'll make national news. Yeah.
So now that kind of brings up the point of what is going to make this... What is not going to make it not even because I don't think it's going to stop. But what is it going to make it go quiet for a little while? So like again, now it comes back to sports. It always does for some reason, because sports are supposed to be this break from reality, this quiet, calm, away from coronavirus and police brutality, violence, and invisible illness, invisible viruses, and just everything that's supposed to be going wrong in this country. We're now in this, this beautiful time where we can watch sports in the late summer that have meaning. That's not baseball. No offense, baseball. You kind of bore the shit out of me, but put me to sleep half the time. Yeah. But you get you get the hockey playoffs, and you also get the NBA. The NBA playoffs have been great. Even the NHL playoffs have been really good. Yeah. But again, it comes to the situation where now the NFL is stepping in. So, as the resident Detroit Lions fan, okay, they did something today, which was, I got to tell you, I was taken aback by it because I was like, I did not think this franchise of any of them would take this step. Because I just know them, and they're just lovable losers, and I'm just like, they won't even think about it. They're too busy practicing for a 5-11 season. The inevitable 4-12 that's going to happen.
Yeah, working hard out there, boys.
Working hard out there, boys. You're going to get 6 wins this year. Yes, you are. It's just every year.
6 is a lofty goal.
Yeah, yeah. What do you guys think? 5 wins this year? Chalk it up. It's just every year.
That's our playoffs.
Our playoffs is week 1 when they put the jerseys on. I go, wow, this jersey look good. 5-11.
5-11.
So
keep them jerseys clean, boys.
What happened? So I at first I thought they were like one of like every team that was doing this. It turns out they were the only team that did this today. So in protest of what happened in Wisconsin, the Detroit Lions did not practice today in protest for Jacob Blake. What they did was they had a 2-hour-long team meeting where the head coach, Matt Patricia, who he was an upstate New York guy. He's from like right down the street. Yeah. And I was, I kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not a big fan of his now because they have been terrible. But he basically did an open forum conversation and just said, listen, stuff's happened again. Air your grievances. Talk. What do you want to say? 2 of the players on the Detroit Lions have direct family affiliation to Ahmaud Arbery. Starting safety Tracy Walker and one of their cornerbacks, Justin Coleman. So they both know the situation. So they started talking.
Relatives.
Cousins.
Yeah.
So they started talking, then everybody starts talking. And it just becomes this conversation, teach me what's going on, what do I need to know, essentially. And then it came to the point that where, the person that's going to be answering the media is going to be your quarterback. So it's Matt Stafford. So
right.
Again, a guy, clean cut, regular Joe, doesn't,
real lunch pail guy.
He is a legitimate lunch pail guy. Yeah. He is the embodiment. Yeah. He doesn't ruffle feathers.
Nope.
He doesn't talk. He says, we had a good game, we had a bad game, he gets out of Dodge. That's it.
Like I said, real lunch pail guy.
Real lunch pail guy.
First one in, last one out.
Gets hammered with questions today, obviously, about why didn't you guys practice today? And he goes, basically, finally, when somebody approached him about why didn't we practice today, he goes, honestly, football did not come up in our conversation. He goes, we talked for 2 hours today. Mm-hmm. Football came up not once. Mm-hmm. Because when you're having a 2-hour long conversations with men, mm-hmm. okay, men don't cry. Men don't, this is the old adage. Men don't cry. Football, they just go out there and they're tough as nails. But these dudes are having like emotional, real conversations to the point where they're like, no, fuck football.
Yeah.
Let's try to make a statement here because unfortunately...
This shit happened to my cousin.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the NFL has kind of done a dog shit job stemming with Colin Kaepernick all the way to this.
Yeah.
It's like, let's fucking make a difference. And
right.
now my thought process as a, pessimistic Lions fans is, God forbid they would do this shit.
Right.
And then they
take the lead.
I know. And then they did, and I go, what? I go, you know what? This is great. Go 5-11. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. But you guys actually decided to at least have a conversation about what's going on in the
and then
world.
make a statement and say, listen, we're gonna. And then they stood outside the facility, arm in arm, and said, listen, this is what we're standing for.
Yeah.
Shit. If they don't do it again tomorrow, listen, I'll be a pessimist here. It's not going to make a difference. They're going to go 5-11. They can practice for 50 days straight.
Right.
This is a 5-11 football team.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong. Go 10-6, please.
Please do. The problem is nothing changes, and that's really what it is. And until they start actually holding police officers accountable for their actions, until they take some of the teeth away from police unions, until they decide to make some systemic change to policing in certain neighborhoods, real sustainable change, which is why we talk about things like defunding the police and what that actually means. Mm-hmm. Until they decide to do shit like that, nothing's gonna change.
So that actually raises I think that raises an important question. Regardless of what administration gets sworn in December, does it matter? Truthfully, do you think it matters?
I think it matters for the morale of the country.
Okay, so...
And I think it matters for... So the way government in the United States works is the president is really he's way up here, and his policies affect you down here, but not so much. Mm-hmm. But as far as what your local police force looks like, how well your public schools are funded, that's not the president.
Yeah.
But how the world views your country on a global stage, that's your president. So some things will change if Biden gets in. Mm-hmm. Just like I think the general tone of the country and how things are going, I think will shift.
So it's going to be better, you think?
If Biden gets in, mm-hmm. I think so. What about you?
I feel the same way because what are we going off of? Mm-hmm. We're in the middle of a fucking circus right now.
Honestly, I think Trump is really running the country right now the same way he runs his businesses.
Like a tyrant?
Well, unorganized,
lazily watching from afar.
Yeah, unorganized, squeezing every drop of money out of everything that he can, mm-hmm. just so he can cut and run eventually. I actually heard a story about Donald Trump, though, about how he kind of runs his businesses. Mm. As one guy was saying, it was the guy that actually started writing one of Trump's books or whatever.
Yeah.
And basically, dude said what Trump does is he was shadowing Donald Trump mm-hmm. to go somewhere. He said he was actually with Ivanka one day because he was interviewing her for the book. And they had to go meet at one of Trump's casinos, I think in Atlantic City or whatever. And they're meeting with the interior designer about how everything's going to look laid out in this room. And then Trump starts asking him, just badgering this man. Okay, well, why is this like that? Why is that like this? Why does this carpet cost so much? I know we can get it for a lower price. We can get it for this. We can get it for this. We can get it for this. And he's going in and in and in on this guy. And this guy looks like he's about to cry at this point. And
he might.
the guy who's ghostwriting the book is just like, yo, like, lay off of him. And then, but basically, this is Trump's strategy, though, for being able to basically weasel this guy down so he can get, everything done for a cheaper price or whatever. Mm-hmm. So a couple weeks after that, I guess Trump didn't like how he basically said something while he was talking to this guy. So he basically gets a notice that he'd been terminated for his services to write the book. But he said that he knew something was going to go on because this is just how Trump works. Like, well, what he does is he says, okay, initially he negotiates with the dude. All right, it's going to cost $60,000. I'm going to charge you $60,000 for me to basically, like, ghostwrite your biography. And then, you're going to pay me, I don't know, $30,000 up front. Well, I get 3/4 of the way done with the book. You pay me my $30,000. That's it. Basically fire me and say you're not going to pay me anything else. And then what you do is you go to the next person who's going to ghostwrite the book, and you basically say, okay, the book is mostly done already. We'll give you $10,000 to finish it. Mm-hmm. So you end up spending $40,000 instead of $60,000. Yeah. So that's how he works. Like, he's not an honest and upstanding man. He's a slimy New York dude. Like, that's really what he is.
He's a slumlord, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how he got his start.
Yeah.
Well, obviously they're not slums. Those are giant buildings. But
yeah. And his dad is incredibly rich.
Did you watch that that Netflix doc about the mob in New York, about the mafia in New York City?
No, I didn't watch it.
Fear City.
I didn't watch it.
There's a lot of interesting factoids about the mob's affiliation with all of the building boom in the 70s and 80s in New York City.
Okay, so Trump is in there.
Oh yeah, his name is in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Are his hands clean? As far as we know.
Yeah, but you know that he did some shit.
Of course he did. It's New York City.
Yeah. So I just don't understand, like, how this narrative is shifted about him.
You said narrative. Put a nickel in the jar.
Sorry.
Cling!
Yeah, but I don't understand, though, how the narrative is shifted around Trump from him being, like, this guy that basically came from wealthy New York real estate, mm-hmm. and how somehow he's like this self-made billionaire that's made all of these deals and made a name for himself, and he did it all on his own.
There's some
bootstraps.
Truth to it. Like, he did.
No,
but he made some of those deals.
Yeah, but he's not self-made.
No, that was his dad's money.
Yeah.
So he's a trust fund baby.
Yeah.
But what happened is, I always hearken this back to, I've read some of the Trump stuff and, like, the art of the deal and all mm-hmm. of that. And there's some truth to it that you can use in everyday life.
Yeah.
But he didn't write any of that. That's how I was like, this guy didn't write shit.
No.
Do you know the story of how he, I want to make sure I remember this correctly. So he bought a bunch of real estate space in Brazil, and he wanted to create this resort. Okay. This, like, kind of beachfront resort area, kind of in Rio, like right by the beach, and wanted to basically make it a South American Trump Plaza, or just this Trump Tower.
Okay.
It was supposed to be this resort area, hotels, massage parlors, the whole nine. Right? Yeah. It sounds great. What happened was he didn't, and I think he knew this going in, is essentially what happened was the difference in bargaining from the American dollar mm-hmm. to, I believe this is a peso. Is that what do they use in Brazil?
Let me look it up. I mean,
I hate to say it's a peso because I feel like that's just Mexico, but
well, there are different pesos.
Okay, so I'm not wrong by saying that.
Let's see, what is it? It's the Brazilian real.
The real, okay.
Yeah.
So real, thank you.
Yeah.
So
whatever it is.
The difference in currency from mm-hmm. the American dollar to the real was like 10-1. Mm-hmm. So when negotiating this deal, when doing all of the trademarking and everything like that, it was actually not done in America. Mm-hmm. It was done in South America. And everything was written as if it was done through, through Brazil. And it was done through a different holding company. Mm-hmm. So it didn't have direct affiliation with Trump Enterprises. Mm-hmm. It was a different company.
Okay.
Essentially a shadow.
Yeah.
So they had no direct affiliation to Donald Trump. And that project went bankrupt, like, fast. Within, like, a year. Because they built this, what I believe ended up being, like, close to $5.6 million American... $5.6 million American dollars resort. Ended up actually dumbing down to, I think, $700,000 in Brazilian money, which got claimed out in bankruptcy, which ended up being a fucking hand wash.
Yeah.
Nothing. Literally slapped.
Yeah.
But it never sees the light of day, and it never sees him. It
Right.
never hits him at all.
Yeah.
He does shit like this all of the time.
Oh, yeah.
There's deals like that.
Basically, he just takes the money and runs.
Takes the money and runs, and essentially it's bankruptcy money.
Yeah.
That it's supposed to be used to get out of your debts, but it's the debts that he doesn't take any affiliation with.
Right.
He does this shit all of the time.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
look, if you just kind of comb through, he claimed bankruptcy on himself 4 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Personally.
And this honorable man is our president.
I know.
So...
I mean, he hired Chad Wolf.
Yeah. God. By the way, definition of a Chad.
Definition of a Chad is a Chad Wolf. Chad looks like if you took Sonny Corentos from General Hospital and then look it up, boys. Just type in Sonny General Hospital, and then him, and then you took Martin Shkreli, the AIDS medicine guy.
Yep.
And you just mush them together, you would create the ultimate Chad.
Chad Wolf.
Chad Wolf. Oh, you know he went to college at Villanova.
Oh God.
So he not only did he party, but he fucked.
Party's fucked face off.
God, I went to Villanova one time.
Yeah.
Okay, one of my friends went to Villanova Law School.
Man.
Dude, they didn't go to law school at Villanova. They fucking partied at Villanova. It was a great time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, just outside of Philadelphia. It's a stone's throw away.
Yeah.
Beautiful campus.
How far from Grundleton?
About 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Grundleton's right in the middle of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Villanova's in Philly.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Central PA. That's where Grundleton is.
That's where Grundleton is. It's
home of the Grundleton Cheese Co.
Home of the Grundleton Cheese Company.
Yeah.
Makes some of the finest Gouda in the land.
Yeah. They Grundleton Gouda. It's a good Gouda.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Come on into the cheese company where we're going to try some of our world famous Grundleton Gouda. The
Grundleton Gouda. Now, there's... So...
You know what they call it? They call it Grundleton Gouda.
Grundleton Gouda? Patrick Grundleton actually pioneered this method for making Gouda.
Stephen, who's his brother, who is a douchebag, mind you.
Stephen Grundleton, complete douchebag.
Yeah, who was a cockstain on this entire operation.
Yeah. He really just sat in the back and played internet poker all day, to be honest with you.
Sounds like something Stephen would do.
Yeah. Speaking of
Chad Wolf. Chad Wolf is Stephen Grundleton.
Yeah. Speaking of Stevens, though, Steve Bannon.
Oh, God. We the Wall? Is that what it's called? What the hell is that called?
Be the Wall, We the Wall, whatever the fuck it was. They embezzled a fuckload of money.
Shitload of money. $25 million.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I just look at that guy. He looks like...
what, he's a member of the Master Race?
Yeah, kind of. he looks like he should be wearing a hood.
What kind of hood?
A white one.
Oh, wow.
With a pointy top.
Wow.
He just looks like a clan leader.
Like a white champion hoodie with the cone head?
Kinda, yeah. You know what he really looks like? He kind of looks like a distressed writer. But like a distressed writer for like a really shitty sitcom.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know how I'm going to get Charlie Sheen out of this situation.
Steve Bannon looks like an adjunct professor with health problems.
Ooh, like diabetes.
Yeah.
He looks bloated.
Yeah.
And Who's the guy that he was running with?
I don't know. All those red spots on his face, like he has
Dude,
a liver issue.
I was gonna say he definitely has got some type of like cirrhosis or
organ failure, something.
He just looks not good.
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah.
God, he looks so terrible.
He has really flaky, swollen ankles.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got
diabetic socks.
Oh yeah. He's definitely
lots of pairs.
Lots of diabetic socks, compression, everything.
Yep.
His ankles are just swelled like sausages if anything gets around him.
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to look up
They
Steve.
look like beef tongues.
They look like grundles.
Yeah.
Steve Bannon, business partner. That's what I'm looking for. There's actually a really funny video of when they're doing like a telethon.
Yes.
For getting that. And he literally explains everything they're spending the money on.
Yes.
Like buying a boat and being off like the something golf. And it's just like, ha 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 ha, just kidding. And then just like, nope, that definitely happened.
Not.
Yeah.
You did that. Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah, We the Wall. What the hell's it called?
Oh, fuck. No, they did that shit.
Is it? It's not Robert Mercer, is it? No. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Steve Bannon's partners in alleged border wall fraud. Here we go. Let's see. See, I love how they start the story. One is a triple amputee Iraq war veteran.
Good for him.
Who ran news sites stoking right-wing rage. Yeah, it's quite. Let's see. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. The head of We Build the Wall. That's what it's called. What I call it, We the Wall?
Yeah.
I think it's the name of like a Pink Floyd album.
I think that's just The Wall.
I know. I'm just...
Dark Side of the Wall.
Dark Side of the Wall.
Yeah.
Which is actually all Steve Bannon's going to see when he gets put in prison. This is the dark side of the wall.
Well, he's not sexy enough to get raped.
No. I think there's going to be men that take hard passes at him. They'll just be like, Steve, I'm bunking with Steve Bannon. Just like, I couldn't get my dick hard enough to fuck this guy.
Steve Bannon isn't going to get raped, but he's just not going to be allowed to own anything.
True.
When people like figure out who he is. Like, he's just going to get... Like, you don't really get any points for, like, picking on him, because it's not like a...
He's already did it to himself.
Yeah, it's like making fun of your retarded cousin, you know? Yeah. Like, dude, leave him alone. He's cool. Just, take his shoes and his honey buns.
At the head of the We Build the Wall venture was a 38-year-old veteran named Brian Colfage.
Okay.
He has lost both of his legs and arms in a rocket attack in Iraq.
Okay.
Has become a conservative activist, motivational speaker, and constant presence on social media, hangering the left and praising Trump and provoking others.
Okay.
He seems cool.
Cool guy.
Another cool guy. Sounds like the kind of guy Steve Bannon would hang out with.
Yeah.
Just another cool Trump guy.
I never understood.
You know who's also another? You know who's really the coolest Trump guy? Is Chad Wolf.
Yeah, he really is.
I love the name Chad Wolf because it sounds like he should be reading the nightly news. But so he was the acting Homeland Security Secretary. Mm-hmm. Guess what? In the most Trumpiest of Trump moves, he made him the actual head of Homeland Security. So now he is the Department of Homeland Security head secretary. So I'm sorry, security chief. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Imagine having to answer to Chad Wolf.
Chad Wolf.
Have you ever heard him speak?
I don't know if I have.
Sounds like a Chad Wolf. Like it's very breathy.
Oh,
it's very like, well, the wall isn't as you would say, integratable as you would assume. It's like, what the fuck did you just say? Integratable? Like, that's the other thing about the wall. Did you watch all of the information that's come out about the wall and the fact that it's basically...
Oh, yeah, that it's like, it's not very stable. Like, you can wiggle it and
you can
shit
basically,
like that.
you can, if you put a hard forearm into it, it's going down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Forget about protecting our borders. Like,
of course it wasn't built well.
It's Donald Trump.
Yeah, shit.
How much is that going to get made for? I bet it can get made for 4 times less.
Oh, Mexico's going to pay for it. Bigly. Yeah, and come on, dude.
Dog.
Dog.
Ooh,
Chad Wolf. Yeah, Wolf. He's He's something.
Yeah, he is. So we're one day short. This is recording on Tuesday. So yesterday was 8/24. Mama Day. I know.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of tributes to Kobe. It was a very awe-inspiring day. The Lakers got in that ass against the Blazers last night.
Yeah, they did. Listen, I just realized something.
Damian Lillard is a little bitch boy. That's what I'm calling him now, a little bitch boy.
Okay, I was thinking about something, right? So Kobe Bryant passed away back in February, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know who passed away in January and it feels like it was years ago?
Who?
Rocky Johnson.
Oh, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson's dad.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Doesn't that feel like it was like 5 years ago?
I know.
Like it was so long ago.
I'm telling you, coronavirus has added 5 years to this 1 year.
It really has.
Like when I first,
I'm 35 years old.
I said I just turned 40. Yeah. The problem with Corona was we got stuck at home, so we just got kind of like caught up in the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
So it really does feel like March was so long ago.
Oh my God, it was a Black Mirror episode.
I know.
We just kept looping the same day.
And that shit was what, 6 months ago? Not even.
Not even.
Crazy.
I mean, it was really what? I think everybody was home from like March to
middle of April.
Yeah,
so
March
like
one
April, full month, maybe two,
May, something like that. Yeah.
But the thing is that again, it's now not over.
No,
it's still not over. So now you got to think about kids going back to school. Mm-hmm. You know,
and even now, I mean, cases nationwide are falling. They're still high.
Yeah, it's weird because of all of the shit going on with the presidential election and both, you know, national conventions happening back-to-back weeks. I've heard very little about coronavirus and so much more about imperfections of each candidate.
Yes.
And the
post office.
The post office imperfection. That's basically here's your news headlines of the week.
Yeah.
Imperfections of the candidates.
Yep.
Another black man shot in America. The post office.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your headlines for the next 15 days.
Yep.
Protests and rallies in Wisconsin. That's going to happen for at least another week.
Yep.
We know that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the RNC is happening right now, where I have to listen to, you know, women with Botox, every injection across their face, fake smiling about a man who's probably grabbed them by the pussy. Like, it's just...
As long as he spit on his fingers first.
I mean, at least... let me try. Like, can I try something? I've always seen this in the movies.
Maybe his tiny infant-like hands are the perfect size for that.
They look like little microwave sausages. I always say that.
Little baby
Those
fingers.
little microwave breakfast sausages.
Yeah.
You know, I actually said that the other day. I was making some breakfast, and I was just like, "Oh, little Trump fingers."
Yeah, little Trump fingers.
Little Trumpies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some Trumpies with eggs.
Small infant-like hands.
Yeah. They're not small. They're just not average. He would find a way to make them sound bigger.
Yeah.
He wouldn't say they're not small. They're just not average.
If you ever met Donald Trump and shook his hand, what would you say?
I mean, I don't have big hands. Like, my hands are pretty small.
Decent.
You know? But I think I would engulf his hand with my, like, not so big hands.
Well, even that, he's, what, 6'3"?
Yeah. The thing is, though, is that I have really big feet. So I think I make up for my small hands with my gigantic feet.
Okay.
You know what they say about guys with big feet, though?
What, big socks?
Big socks.
Yeah.
Yeah, tiny sausage fingers.
Long grundle. Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's called comedy. It comes back around.
I know. Just like a good grundle eating.
Yeah.
It always comes back around.
I don't know. I feel like if I shook his hand, I would slip a little comment in there like, well, they're not that small.
And then just pull back.
Yep.
I mean, let's be honest. We both met Donald Trump. We probably be a little like awe-inspired. I'd be like, that's Donald Trump. I mean,
hey, get your money.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing you can say.
Hey, man, get your money.
Yeah. Listen, I understand what you did, and it was a bit of a sloppy toppy, but you know what? It worked for you.
I feel though, like if I shook his hands, I'd be like, well, they're not that small. Like, and I would say it quietly, just loud enough for like him to hear it. Nobody around is gonna hear it. Just enough.
I'd be like, they're not that small. They're more than average.
These are adequate hands. Yeah, man. All right.
Whatever you got to say. All right.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's make like Chad Wolf and do a keg stand.
Chad Wolf keeps roofies in an Altoids tin.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much for saying that.
You were waiting for that, weren't you?
Because he's a bro. Like, I mean, he's not a bro. He's a bro. Like,
bro.
He's the kind of guy that wears when he plays poker, he wears clear visors. Like, he's one of those guys. God. He's the kind of guy that when suggesting an outing for the night, he goes, "Babe, first Jello shots." Before he gets out, he's the kind of guy that passes his ID back to the underage woman. He is. He really is.
He's the kind of guy that dated girls in high school when he was in college.
Absolutely.
Yep.
He's the kind of guy that when he tied his first Windsor knot, he said, "Let me show you."
Yep. He's the kind of guy that definitely rocks the Midtown uniform.
Oh, God. Absolutely. Yep. He's the kind of guy that went as Wayne from Wayne's World for Halloween.
I mean, I did that.
I did too. No, right. I went as Garth.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got more of a Garth persona.
Yeah.
It's sucking out my will to live.
All right. Let's fuck this duck.
Yeah. Or should we say, rip this wolf a new a-hole?
Let's fuck this Grundle, shall we?
Yeah. Let's wolf this Grundle.
Yeah.
Nice.
Woo. Grundleton, PA.
Grundleton, PA, home of Grundleton Cheese. I can't even say it.
Grundleton Cheese Co.
Grundleton Cheese Co.
Yeah.
Home of the Grundleton Gouda.
The Grundle Good.
No, I like Grundleton Gouda.
Grundleton Gouda. Grundleton Gouda.
It's tough. It's a tongue twister.
It is.
The tongue twister.
Twist the tongue.
All right. Boys, another lovely episode. Drank a German Riesling this evening.
Yes.
A solid 3 cork out of 4.
I loved it.
I'd say if you'd like to comp some of that merch, go over to teespring.com /stores/wine boys, where you can get your 3 cork out of 4 sweatshirt in every color.
Yeah.
You can get it in pink, black, white, whatever. However you're feeling, just let that fabric grace your skin.
Yeah.
Do it up.
That's right.
And we'll talk to you boys next week. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.
If I was Chad Wolf, would I eat your Grundle?